Alright, what's up, fools? We are out here in APU. We're actually at our campus, and we are here because I have asked my two classmates, Roxana and Kaitlin, to interview them. And this will be the first interview that we've done in almost a year.
2022.
I've just been slacking off, but we're about to graduate. We got what are we, April?
Like
we got
8 months.
8 months?
8 months, almost to the day.
And I told myself, I'm getting everyone before we graduate, so we got to start now. So I've told them the questions. We're gonna see how we do, and because we're doing kind of I'll say an add-on of the series where we're not exactly interviewing random people, we're doing everyone in my class. Technically, I know you guys, so I'll ask you guys, do you remember how we first met?
I don't remember the exact time. I was like
Okay.
Orientation, first day,
Yeah.
one of the first days of class.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
I think we were at the same table for orientation.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think it
One of
was,
the first times,
yeah, me, and then you and Raylene,
True.
and then AJ was there, and then I forgot, there, I think 3 other ladies there. I forgot if it was like Jordan or Alyssa or,
I don't remember anything.
I don't remember now. Yeah,
It was orientation or first day. One
Yeah.
of the times that we met a lot of people. That's all I remember.
too many people.
Like too many people.
What about you, Kaitlin?
I feel like we were assigned to the same lab group or something for anatomy or something, like we put together in a group for some project or something.
I believe we sat at the same table for C skills.
Oh, C skills. Okay.
Yeah, so we were like sitting
Mhm.
in the same massage table for C skills for the first couple weeks, I think.
That's a good memory.
Yeah.
You had a great memory.
You know, it's weird. There's some things that I just remember, and other important things that I don't. So, second question is, we're all in PT school right now. Usually the second question is either what job are you working right now, or what are your career aspirations? So for this question, I'd like to ask, once you become a PT, is there a certain setting or a certain population that you'd like to work with?
Yes, so I love working with the neuro population, especially stroke patients. I think that's where I want to go. And if not, then peds, because I love kids. And there's also a lot of neuro conditions, so
Nice.
neuro or peds, one of those two.
I really like orthopedics. I've always been good at like biomechanics type stuff. I would like an outpatient setting, and I feel like there's a lot of diversity and like certifications that you can get outside of that. So not just like an ortho specialty, but like do lymphatic work or like visceral stuff. I would love to be in outpatient ortho, but kind of make myself a little bit more diverse in what I can treat and what I can do with patients.
It's been cool in this class especially, we've gotten the
Yeah.
chance to kind of get a first look at kind of all the different things that we could work with.
And like all the systems together and how they affect each other. And I feel like we're taught anatomy as separate systems or separate structures, but in reality it is a whole person, it is a whole organism. So yeah, I like kind of integrating all of that stuff together.
Nice. All right, so I guess to get into more of the, I don't want to say the serious questions, but they're kind of more of the questions of why I enjoy doing this interview series. So the first question, which I will give to Roxana, will be, can you give me either like a cause or a topic that you feel like deserves a little more attention, that it's currently getting either in the news or with people talking?
I don't think it's a cause, it's just something that I want to bring to everyone's attention to kind of reflect, and that's about social media and internet use.
Nice.
I think, today's world, you have to use it. Everybody uses it. But I think we need to remember how powerful it is. Just like it can have a positive impact on people's lives, it can have a negative impact too.
Yeah.
And also it shouldn't be the only place of social interaction in life. And I bring this up because I've been in many situations where you're in a room full of people, and that can be family members, and everyone's on their phone and everyone is commenting on each other's pictures.
Yeah.
But you're right next to each other.
Right.
So just remember, there's some beautiful places to visit. All people, talk to them in person, and also just what you post, what you comment is very impactful.
Yes.
And you don't realize that people who are watching the videos or reading your comments, you don't know what's going on through their mind. So just really reflect about what you're posting and what you're anything, any picture, anything, a lot of people are going to be seeing it. You know, everyone has access to it, so just kind of take a moment to reflect on how you're using it, and make sure that it is a positive part of your life, and it's something that can be used to help others, you know, to motivate them. I think there's one thing to have constructive criticism and sometimes just be plain rude. Well, sometimes people get really brave when they're behind the screen and they don't realize like your words are very powerful. So just use them for good.
I like it. I think that's the first time we've had someone talk about social media here.
I think that, you know, nowadays everybody kind of relies on it, and there is a lot of positive things that come from it. Like through COVID, you know, you can see people use it as, you know, to be close to family and friends, and it was amazing. But we don't see that in our this time, depression rates are higher. Why? Because we rely on social media so much. So if you just think, you know, just posting a picture and someone posts a negative comment, for you it's just a funny joke, but for that person it's something very, you know, it's very important. So yes, it's something amazing, and I'm not saying that, you know, everybody uses it for bad. Like, you know, everybody, there's a lot of people who use social media for good. Yeah. But I think that sometimes we don't realize the importance of it. Right. So just take some time, you know, reflect upon it and continue using it for good.
No, thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no, that was really nice. I think I'll say kind of on my experiences a little bit, I've kind of gone to the trap. Like you said, social media is like such a great tool. We have access to so much information these days. But I think especially for me, I get caught up in almost comparing myself to all these people and kind of seeing where I would want to be. And then if I'm not there, then I kind of get sad. So then is it really getting what I want out of it?
Exactly. I think that's one of the reasons that I saw how social media can be used a negative impact. You see all these kids that do that exactly. Yeah. They look at, you know, their favorite artists, whatever, and they won't compare their lives to them. They want to look like them, but they don't realize that the picture they posted has like 3 filters, and all these professional makeup artists help them look that way. So they want to look like that, and if they think that if they don't have all these accomplishments, or they don't get to go to all these places that everyone's posting about, that they're not happy or they're not successful. And I just don't think that's fair, you know? Right. So especially for like the people who have all these followers, you have an amazing opportunity to, you know, show the younger people, someone who's looking up to you, like, this is real life. Like, post a picture without a filter, or, you know, if you're struggling with school or with work, whatever, post about it, because that's real life. Yeah. So, you know, it's not this wonderful fairy tale. Unfortunately, there is like stressful events, and you should post about it, because some people are comparing their lives to yours. Just kind of realize that. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So let's say for the next question, we'll move it to Kaitlin, and it's kind of asking, is there either an organization or a person that you would like to shout out? It can be someone that you're either working or affiliated with right now, could be in the past, or even just someone that you've seen online.
Hard to follow up from Roxana. Just kidding. But when I was an undergrad, I volunteered with an organization called Feed My Starving Children. And essentially what you do is you like sign up for a time slot, and you go in and you're like in a factory almost, and you're kind of at a table and you get assigned a job, and basically over the course of, you know, an hour or two, you package these like perfectly well balanced meals that they ship all over the world, even to places in the United States, and all you do is like add water and mix it up, whatever. So basically they're trying to end or combat hunger around the world. And at the time in undergrad, I think I was struggling personally with like, I'm not a PT yet, I'm not anything yet, I don't even have a degree, I don't have a title. How can I be helpful or useful in this world? It was a really humbling experience, because it was like, even me, I can go to a factory, and at the end they kind of tell you like, you made 200 and something meals, like enough to feed a kid for a year or whatever. Like, wow, I spent 2 hours of my time, and I take for granted the fact that I have my basic needs met. You know, I have clothing and food and all that stuff, but I took 2 hours of my time and I just helped feed a kid for a year, you know, something like that. So I think what I took away from that was that you can be helpful, you can be useful. Sometimes all you have to give is your time. You have resources even if you don't think you do. even if you're, you know, whatever limitations you have, everyone has limitations, but there's always something that you can give. There's a way that you can better other people's lives, whether that be, you know, basic conversation or volunteering or whatever. And I like that organization specifically because all the proceeds go directly, and they have like pictures, and you can interact with people who have like gone to like the sites where they coordinate with in other countries. And yeah, so shout out to that organization. They don't have any locations, I don't think, here in California, but I went to school in Phoenix, Arizona. So yeah, they have a couple locations out there. So
well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
I actually like that a lot. So usually when people shout out the organizations, when people normally shout out the organizations, I try to leave a link in the description in case anyone wants to reach out and try to help out.
Yeah, they have a super easy website to, you know, maneuver. Like you can donate or you can volunteer. Yeah. So yeah, you'll be able to find a website for a good link.
Perfect. So I guess the next one will be, I guess, the last question for you guys, and it's, what's your goal currently right now? It could be something you're just trying to get done this week. It could be something you're trying to get done this year. It could be something real long term that you'd like to share. Can I start with Roxana?
Okay, my current goal is to graduate. That's the
Woo!
You know what? It seems kind of far away, so
Yeah.
that's my current goal. That's my number one priority, just graduate, and then after that, just gonna become the best PT that I can become. So, you know, keep on studying, keep on practicing, but yeah, right now it's all about trying to just first graduate, and then career-wise, just kind of be able to be a good physical therapist for all my patients.
Solid.
That's it.
Love it. Simple and sweet.
Yeah.
Kaitlin?
Well, yeah, I want to graduate too,
Yeah.
obviously. But I think a personal goal, aside from like my career, is I would love to, I've been kind of learning Spanish here and there.
Okay.
But I would love to master that as a skill, not just for my patients, but I'm dating a Spanish speaker, so it's difficult when I try to communicate, you know, with family and stuff that doesn't speak English. So that's kind of a barrier for connection that I have in my personal life. Yeah, I also want to graduate, and I guess my ideal situation career-wise, I actually don't want to be a PT full-time. I would love to be like a PT a couple days a week, and I would love to teach, actually, maybe at like an undergrad or something.
Okay.
I'm such a nerd, like anatomy and physiology, kinesiology, like I love it so much that I just want everyone to know it. And it's difficult when you only have 30 minutes with a patient and they don't want to hear all that. So I would love to teach part-time, be a PT part-time, be awesome at Spanish, and I want to be a basketball coach.
Basketball coach. Did you play in high school or?
Yeah, I've been playing basketball since I was about 7 years old.
Okay.
I played a lot of sports, but basketball just seemed to be the one that stuck with me the most, and it's like one of my loves in life. So I like coaching because it's almost like you're playing, you know, you're still kind of on the court, but you also get to incorporate all the other stuff like PT wise. So
yeah,
I feel like there's a huge need for female coaches. Like I feel like women's athletics are really underrepresented. And also I know that there's plenty of coaches out there, but a lot of them don't know what they're doing, or they, you know, do things improperly. And I just think like injury prevention is also something important.
Yeah.
So
more causes important to talk
more
about.
causes. Just throw it all out there. Yeah.
And this is kind of going off tangent, but I'm curious. You grew up here. You went to school in Phoenix. What's your team that you follow?
Ooh, I feel like that's a controversial topic. Now everyone's gonna unfollow, unsubscribe. I don't know. I mean, I would rather play than watch.
Okay.
And I feel like choosing a team is difficult because people get so like heated about it.
So
I never got the
here.
chance to see a Suns game, but I would love to see a Suns game. But I mean, I like the Lakers. Who doesn't like the Lakers? So
LA.
Yeah, you have to.
Hate to say it. Yeah.
Hey, you're from here. So you don't even have to
yeah.
say you hate to say it or anything like that.
So yeah, I'm kind of following my undergrad team. They became like Division I my freshman year, and they've been kind of really skyrocketing ever since. And they made it to March Madness for the first time last season, and kind of watched it. I mean, they lost like right away, but hey, we made it. So yeah, I kind of like to follow my undergrad team.
Nice.
But yeah.
All right. Well, normally I guess this is when the interview would end, but I'm trying to incorporate this new thing that I did with Christy, where I'd have the people that I'm interviewing interview me for a little bit and give me a question or two. All right. Do y'all have a question for me?
Yes.
All right.
Two-parter.
Oh, shoot.
2 parts.
Two-parter.
Yes.
Okay. Give it to me.
Very important question for me because I'm also a huge nerd.
Okay.
Marvel or DC?
Uh-oh.
And who's your favorite superhero?
That's a loaded question.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll say. Okay. I'm not as big of a nerd. I didn't grow up reading comic books, so it's kind of hard for me to answer this question. I would say more Marvel, just because I feel like I grew up watching the Marvel movies first, so there's more of an attachment
That's the right choice.
to Marvel movies than DC. Oh, stepping on some toes over here.
It's okay.
And then superhero wise, I feel like same I feel like I would have to pick Iron Man just because like.
You just won $1,000. Just so you know, we're 1,000 points.
Oh, all right. I'm winning out here. But yeah, it's like you grow up watching the movie, you attach that kind of sentimental value, and I feel like even though what's the name of the 10 Rings guy?
The new one?
They have like so many people now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get so much flack for this online.
I don't know.
I just know the actor's name is like Sima Liu or something, but I feel I forgot. But like I feel like since like I like that there's more like Asian representation, and I remember during Tim's interview he was really talking about having more Asian representation and feeling more like that you can connect with someone that's familiar, and I like that there are aspects of that movie that I really connected with. But Iron Man's just the original. I'm gonna go with Iron Man.
Okay, I love that.
All right.
That's great. I love your answers.
Yeah.
You got like 1,000 brownie points. So.
Perfect.
Now you can post this video.
And now you
Okay, so my question, I know that we're in PT school and obviously we love PT, blah,
Okay.
blah, blah. But if you could do anything in the world and make money while doing it, like you can make a comfortable living, like a hobby or anything that you enjoy, even if it's like eating or something, I don't know. Whatever.
Ooh.
If you could make money and like make a living doing anything in the world, no limits, no consequences, no limits.
Yeah.
What would it be?
I feel like it would be this, like being able to talk to people and hear their stories. And I feel like for me, like I think talking to a lot of people who do physical therapy, one of the main reasons I always hear is like, oh, I got injured, I went to PT, I had that such invaluable experience. Or it's like I grew up doing sports, and I did grow up doing sports, but I feel like for me the draw to PT and personal trainer was the ability to have the experience to talk to people, to learn from them, and kind of grow that type of relationship with them, which is what I enjoyed the most doing this interview series. So I think especially I'm a little more withdrawn of a personality wise, and this is kind of my way to reach out of my comfort zone, talk to people that I don't normally talk to. If I can travel and learn and be able to document and show that off to other people, and at the same time make an impact by either through this having other people learn the views of other people, or teach kind of the knowledge that we're learning from school, then I feel like that would be a huge goal. And that's kind of one of my goals in terms of reducing PT burnout, because there's so many colleagues that I worked with that they work so hard and they burn out so quick. If I could do this on the side, kind of supplement my time and my energy, that's a huge goal for me.
I think it's a good platform, and I think a lot of the time, like there's kind of a disconnect just because there's a lack of understanding. So yeah, I think that's awesome. And honestly, I feel like a lot of arguments or prejudices in life could be easily dissolved if we just, if we just talk to one another. So I like that. I think that's good. I think it's a positive way to use media.
Yeah.
Right? There you go. Full circle. You got to tie it back in. Yeah, right on.
But yeah, thanks to you two for letting me interview you.
Thanks for having us.
Like I said towards the end of these videos, I really appreciate you guys for coming on and letting me interview you, because it's not always the most comfortable thing to share what your opinions are, especially on camera. But the series only goes as long as I have people willing to come out and let me interview them. So thank you, Kaitlin. Thank you to Roxana. I'll have this video and I'll always remember it. And with that, we'll see y'all on the next one. All right. Thank you.
Awesome.